Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Jessie here. So today we're going to talk about how to practice your oral, your speaking English with TV dramas. So there are different ways to practice your oral English. Someone prefer to use the English broadcasting such as BBC or VOA, while some others will prefer to talk to foreigners directly. Well, it is actually a personal choice, but for myself, I personally prefer to watch a TV drama or a sitcom to understand the plot, then try to shadow their conversation. 所以今天我们就讲一下，如果想用 shadowing 来学美剧的话，可以怎么样操作。I divided the whole process into 6 steps, so you can just follow my steps if you would like to try it. The first one is to prepare your materials. First thing first, you need to pick which one is your favorite TV drama show. For myself, I personally like Desperate Housewives so much, although it is quite old-fashioned, but I still choose that one to be my learning material. Secondly, you need to prepare some scripts. One is in Chinese, the other is in English. And you also need a recorder so that you can record your own pronunciation to compare to the original conversation so that you can understand what is your strong point and what is your weakness so that you can improve later. 所以我们需要准备的材料就是有3个，一个是你需要挑选一部你自己比较喜欢的美剧，我个人是选了《绝望主妇》，虽然它很老了第二是你需要准备一下它的这个中英文的字幕，因为你只有知道了正确的东西是什么，你才可以把它说对。第三就是你需要有一个录音的设备一般来说手机就可以了。So now let's come to step number 2. So in step number 2, I would suggest you to watch the whole TV show from episode 1 to the end. The reasons behind that is that first one, you can have a better understanding of the whole plot and get familiar with all the characters in that. The second reason is that during the process, you can find out those characters who don't have a standard English accent. For example, in Desperate Housewives, Gabrielle's mother-in-law, she has a Mexican accent. Another example is in The Big Bang Theory, Raj has an Indian accent. For those characters, you can try to understand what they're talking about, but you don't have to shadow or mimic their conversation, their sentences. You just need to try to improve your listening skills. 所以第二步我们要做的呢，就是把这一部剧从头到尾的看一遍。这样做的原因是有2个。第一个呢，是为了帮助大家更好的了解剧情和了解这其中的人物。第二个呢，是在这个过程中，我们会发现有些人物他的这个英语口音不是特别的地道。比如说像《绝望主妇》里面这个 Gabrielle 她的婆婆说的就是有墨西哥口音的英语，还有一个例子就是生活大爆炸里面的 Raj 他的这个口音就是有印度口音。像这些人物说的话，你可以试着去听懂，但是不需要去影子跟读去模仿。Alright, now you have finished watching the whole season of the show. Next step, step number 3, I would suggest you to focus on only one episode. 所以看完整个一季以后呢，我们就可以开始真正的进行针对性的训练了。这个时候我们只需要拿出一集来反复琢磨。所以第一件事情我们需要做的就是挑选1到2分钟的一段话，然后试着把它先听懂。如果在这个过程中发现有听不懂的时候，你就需要回到你的这个字幕，中文和英文的都需要，然后试着去把它理解。下面我亲身给大家示范一下我在看《绝望主妇》第一集时候是怎么样子操作的。戴上耳机。
My name is Mary Alice Young. When you read this morning's paper, you may come across an article about the unusual day I had last week. Normally, there's never anything newsworthy about my life, but that all changed last Thursday. Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first. I made breakfast for my family. I performed my chores. I completed my projects. I ran my errands. In truth, I spent the day as I spent every other day, quietly polishing the routine of my life until it gleamed with perfection. That's why it was so astonishing when I decided to go to my hallway closet and retrieve a revolver that had never been used.
好，这差不多就是一个剧情。我们接下来就可以看一下这个 script， 可以看一下自己有一些什么东西没有听懂。如果有的话，在这一步里面是需要把它完全搞懂，至少做到自己能够完全听懂，然后我们再进行到下一步真正的 shadowing。比如说在这个里面，我们可以看到这个performed my chores 就是这个做家务劳动的意思 ，run my errands 就是去完成我的任务，还有这个 retrieve a revolver 就是扣动这个手枪的这个扳机，像这些词这个搭配都是非常地道的。如果大家不是特别熟悉的话，可以试着去学习一下，记录一下，放在自己的小本本上，然后有空的时候可以再翻阅一下。Alright, after understanding the plot and all the words and expressions in the conversation, now we can move on to step number 4. So what you need to do is that you listen to one sentence and you say exactly what you have heard. 第一遍的跟读，我们需要做的事情就是，我们是可以看着英文的文本的，然后听到这个美剧里面听一句，然后就暂停，然后跟读一句。这个时候我们需要注意的重点是单词的发音，还有和单词和单词之间的连读，还有语音语调。最后一个就是句子是怎么样子断句的。好，接下来我们就来实际操作一下。
My name is Mary Alice Young.
My name is Mary Alice Young.
When you read this morning's paper, you may come across an article about the unusual day I had last week.
When you read this morning's paper, you may come across an article about an unusual day I had last week.
Normally, there's never anything newsworthy about my life, but that all changed last Thursday.
Normally, there's never anything newsworthy about my life, but that all changed last Thursday.
Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first.
Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first.
I made breakfast for my family.
I made breakfast for my family.
I performed my chores.
I performed my chores.
I completed my projects.
如果你录音比较方便的话，在这个 shadowing 的第一步，你也可以尝试录音。比如说，我刚刚为了录视频，所以其实也同步把我说的这个东西录下来。我就发现我在说 normal 这个词的时候，这个卷舌音的 r 没有发到位，我发成了 normal， 应该是 normal， 所以你就可以发现自己的发音问题在哪里。然后对于这个音，平时生活中说的时候就会注意一下，争取把这个有 r 的这个音一定要发到位，是 normal， 不是 normal，OK？ 然后这个就是第四步，第四步你可以操练很多遍，直到自己觉得 comfortable 了，我们就可以进行第五步。第五步我们需要做什么呢？其实还是 shadowing， 只不过这个时候我们就不可以再看文本了，我们可以做的就是听 whatever you have heard，just repeat what the show has said。所以我们也来实际的操作一下吧。
My name is Mary Alice Young.
My name is Mary Alice Young.
When you read this morning's paper, you may come across an article about the unusual day I had last week.
When you come across this article, 这句好像就有点长，我就发现自己有点读不下来，所以我们就可以把这样的一个长句子分成2部分来读。你在不看文本的时候，其实人的这个瞬间记忆是很有限的。一般来说，你可以听到10个单词左右，就想办法帮它断句一下，否则你的这个记忆里面是记不住很多的词的。
Alice Young. When you read this morning's paper, you may
When you read this morning's paper,
may come across an article about the unusual day I had last week.
You may come across an article about the unusual day I had last week.
Anything newsworthy about my life.
Normally, there's nothing newsworthy about my life.
But that all changed last Thursday.
But that all changed last Thursday.
Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first.
Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first.
I made breakfast for my family.
I made breakfast for my family.
I performed my chores.
I performed my chores.
I completed my projects.
I completed my projects.
I ran my errands.
I ran my errands.
In truth, I spent the day as I spent every other day.
And it's true that I spent that day as I spent the every other day.
Quiet.
好，所以第5步这个 shadowing 的第2个方法，我们也差不多都明白了。也就是说，是不看文本，就是光听，然后复述。这一步你也可以做很多次，直到你自己觉得比较 comfortable 了，我们就可以进入 shadowing 的第3阶段。第3阶段是没有暂停的，也不能看文本，所以你可以做的这个就是 step number 6。You can only say together with the narrator in the TV show whatever she said. You just try to repeat exactly the same thing. You may start around 3 or 5 seconds after she started, but you will finish almost the same time when she stopped. 也就是说，差不多3到5秒她讲了，你就差不多开始复述她说的话，然后同时结束。我们也来试试看吧。
My name is Mary Alice
My
Young.
name is Mary Alice
When you
Young.
read this morning's paper,
When you
you
read
may
this
come
morning's
across an
paper, you may
article
come
about the
across an
unusual
article
day I
about the
had last
unusual
week.
day I had last
Normally,
week.
there's never anything
Normally,
newsworthy about my
there's
life.
never anything newsworthy
That all
about my life.
changed
But
last
that all
Thursday.
changed last
Of course,
Thursday.
everything seemed quite normal.
Of course,
at first.
everything seemed quite normal at first.
I made breakfast for my family.
I made breakfast for my family.
I performed my chores.
I performed my chores.
I completed my projects.
I completed my projects.
I ran my errands.
I ran my
In
errands.
truth, I spent
In
the day
truth,
as I
I
spent
spent
every
the day
other
as I
day,
spent every other
quietly
day.
polishing the routine of my
Quietly
life
polishing the
until
routine
it
of my life
gleamed with
until it
perfection.
gleamed with perfection.
That's why it was so
That's
astonishing
why it was
when
so
I decided to go to my
astonishing
hallway
when I decided
closet
to go to my
and
home
retrieve a
walk-in
revolver
closet and retrieve a
that had never
revolver
been used.
that had never been used. Alright, so that's exactly the 6 steps I want to share with you, that how I practiced my speaking English with the shadowing method. So usually when you finish one episode, which is around 30 minutes to 40 minutes, you can discover all the mistakes you have in pronunciation when you compare to the original conversation in the TV show. And if you can persevere and finish the whole season, like over 10 episodes, you can personally feel your improvements during the exercise. 所以说这个影子跟读这个方法呢，的确是一开始的时候会非常辛苦，你会发现自己有很多的发音问题，当你和这个元音进行比较的时候。但是如果你能够坚持下来啊，基本上你练完1集的话，你就能发现自己有进步。如果你能练完1季差不多超过10集的话，会有非常明显的进步。不光光是口语，你会发现你的听力还有你的这个用词、择词、用词火的这个能力都是会变得更加地道，而且你说的时候也会比较 confident。所以如果你有兴趣的话，或者你用别的方法学英语觉得有些厌倦的话，不妨就试试看用这个影子跟读的方法来学习一下。好了，今天的分享就到这里结束了，我们下次再见，拜。